Hello, this is Required Fields, and in this evening's video, I'm going to be doing another installment of my What's Been Spinning series. It's been a while since I've done one of those, so I'll discuss some of the albums I've been listening to in recent times. I'm going to start off the video with Hellstar, and this is Clad in Black. Now, the band themselves have called this an EP, although Encyclopedia Metal of the Metal Archive describes it as a compilation. It contains two discs. One of them is a Clad in Black EP itself, which contains 3 new songs and 3 cover songs. The new songs are Dark Incarnation, and brackets Buffer the Night, Black Winds of Solitude, and Across the Raging Seas. And then we have 3 cover songs, where they cover songs by Accept, Black Sabbath, and Judas Priest. And disc 2 is actually the band's 2016 album, Vampiro, which is also a great album. I guess they thought they'd throw that in so it could get more exposure. And and Vampiro is a great album. And the Clad in Black EP is good too. It's always good to have more Hellstar material, even if it's just an EP. And it even includes another album. A lot of it I already had. I still got it because it's Hellstar. Next up is Solstice, and this is their brand new album, Casting to Die. Now, Solstice is a death thrash hybrid band who have been around. Who released their first album back in 1992, and this is their first album for new vocalist. Ryan Taylor, I believe his name is, and just going to, yes, Ryan Taylor is a new vocalist. He also plays guitar. And back when Solstice released their first 2 albums, Ryan Taylor wasn't even born yet. He's only in his early 20s, and the oldest member, the 2 oldest members of the band are currently in their 50s. Anyways, Casting to Die is enjoyable death thrash hybrid album. A little bit of a groove thrown in here and there too, yeah, Solstice. This is the American death thrash band, not to be confused with the British doom metal band Solstice. By the way, just just because I know there's multiple bands by that name, but this is another enjoyable release from Solstice. And next up is Gangrena. This is their only album, Infected Ideologies. Released back in 1994, this album was one of the rarest death metal albums out there. In fact, some copies of the original pressing have gone for over $1,000 on sites like Discogs. And anyways, the album was finally reissued earlier this year, and I am getting a copy of it. It's really a strong and enjoyable old school death metal album. Should appeal to fans of groups like Death and Massacre, and I can see fans of early Benediction liking this band too. But yes, that's Gangrena with their lone album, Infected Ideologies. And next up is Surreality. And this is their EP, Artificial Degeneration. This EP was limited to only 50 physical copies, and I have copy number 9 here. And this is a one-man band, and this is actually sort of amusing, I thought. The band included a photo, it's a one-man band, included a photo, but if you look really closely at the photo, you can see that it's actually all the same band member. He just edited a photo to make it look like it was a band, a proper 4-member band. But he writes all the songs and plays all the he wrote all the music and lyrics and played all the instruments. And Cal Bourne, his name is, and this is a debut EP from Surreality, Artificial Degeneration, and this pressing was only limited to 50 copies unless it gets picked up by a different label, and let's hope it does, because this band should get some more exposure. Anyways, the band plays extreme thrash metal, comparable to groups like Demolition Hammer and Schizophrenia. And check this band out. Surreality, they're one to watch for sure. And last up is Blitzkrieg, and this is their 1985 album, A Time of Changes. Now, Blitzkrieg are a band that is a part of the NWOBHM, and they are best known for their self-titled song, which was covered by, of course, Metallica. And now, NWOBHM actually was pretty much done for by the time Blitzkrieg finally managed to put out their debut full-length album of Time of Changes in 1985, because the focus of the heavier music scene and the more commercial end has got onto the more glam hair bands kind of thing, to the more commercial end of the spectrum. And in the heavier, more intense end of the spectrum, you had thrash metal, obviously, which was pretty much in full swing by 1985. And NWOBHM, that movement was pretty much done by the time Blitzkrieg had finally put out their full-length debut. Blitzkrieg did put out a very good full-length debut. Now, Blitzkrieg is the best known song on here, but I'd say that the best songs on here would be the opener, Inferno, and Armageddon's a really good song on it too, and I also like Hell to Pay, which was believed to be a live track to put on here, but they had some sound effects that made it, some live effects that made it sound like it was a song that was performed live. But it was actually a studio recorded track as opposed to a proper live track. But I can see where some people got the impression that the song was a live track, because they included sound clips of concerts. But anyways, it's Blitzkrieg, A Time of Changes. Anyways, thank you very much for watching this video. This is Required Field signing off, and goodbye.